Can you hear me, dude?
I can hear you.
All right.
I'm clear.
What's up, everybody? This is Zach and Greg from Straight Down the Middle, a pinball show. This is kind of new for us. We're doing a little FaceTime just to give you guys our first impressions on the new Star Wars pinball machine by Stern. So this thing's been rumored for how long, Greg?
Rumored for quite years.
Yeah. And then we first got a couple months ago, we got the indication that they were going to make it. And then they leaked a short video from Lucasfilms about a week ago?
Yes.
Yeah. And then everybody was like, what the hell is that? And we have grainy videos, or grainy video, grainy photos. And everybody was bitching on Pinside about it. And just, it couldn't have went over more like a lead balloon when they announced it through that Lucasfilm. And then they released, this is June 6th, so they released the actual specs, the matrix, and some of the photos, high-res photos.
It made me feel a little better about it.
Yeah. So Greg and I, it's not like we can play the damn thing right now, but we're going to at least go through our first impressions on what we think about this. I've been soaking this damn thing up all day. What about you, buddy?
Yeah, same thing, man. I was excited when they finally released something. I'll be honest with you. From the other day when I first saw it, I warmed up to it just a little bit seeing the stuff today.
You sound like Pinside. So here's what Pinside did. All you guys out there, they released.
I haven't read what anybody's talked about, so I actually don't know what anybody's talking. I've just been on Stern's Facebook page.
I gotcha. Yeah. So photos went up and people lost their shit, and then in typical hobbyist fashion, like we always do, we get high res pictures and people are like, okay, so yeah, I kind of like it now. I really like the premium. So everybody's like you. They're kind of warming up to it. But let's start with the art. So we have the Pro, the Premium, and the LE. As you're looking, I'm a super nerd, so I've got all this stuff in my memory now. But as you're looking at the artwork on the cabinet, what are you thinking, Greg?
I don't mind the Pro. I like that left side with the shit. I wish I was a bigger Star Wars fan.
The Millennium Falcon?
No, not the Millennium Falcon. The other side with the snow.
No, the TIE Fighter? Or no, the yeah, I love that ship. I don't know what the hell that ship is called with Luke Skywalker's ship, right?
No, the things that freaking walk through the snow. The big.
And that's the Premium.
Oh, that's the Premium?
Yeah, that's a Premium.
You bastard.
I'm not the one that doesn't know my shit.
Well, they're not labeled.
They're not labeled.
Okay, Pro.
Start with the Pro. The Pro's got on the cabinet art, it's got the real bright colors, blues, explosion, which I think is a bit oversaturated.
Yeah, the colors are, it's a little dominant, man. Honestly.
I like it, though. I like the bright colors on the Pro.
Yeah, I mean, it stands, I don't know. Yeah, it's not terrible.
I like it, plus on the side art there, Darth Vader.
I like that translite.
Yeah, the translite's really nice on the Pro.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty smooth.
Yeah.
What's your favorite out of the three, though? I know we're going through them, but how do you think that ranks?
What do you mean?
Translite-wise. What's your favorite one?
My favorite's actually the LE, believe it or not.
Really? See, that's the one I'm kind of disappointed in.
Yeah, everybody hates the LE, but I think it's simplistic. It actually looks like it's hand-drawn. And I think you could do some really cool things behind the glass there with some RGB LEDs. So I'm really digging the LE. Actually the Premium is the least of my. I like them all. I like every single translite they've got on there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate them all. I don't hate the cabinet art on any of them, really. I just, my main thing, honestly, is that Playfield.
Yeah.
It's not terrible.
Yeah.
But when you look at it, I think that they should have went with maybe clear inserts, done like what you did with Star Trek.
Yeah.
And done all clear inserts with the RGBs in there to do the colors, because it's just something that doesn't flow. There's not a cohesive. It's just something really odd. And I know some people on Pinside brought up that it looks like a Sega. and I think a lot of it looking like a Sega is just like 90 inserts in there that are just different colors, the greens and the reds and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think would have went with all clear with that nice blue and the purples and stuff they have in there and the blacks. I think it would have looked a little smoother and a little nicer maybe.
Yeah, the playfield. I think the playfield art's the same on all of them, but
Yeah.
that's the one big thing that is lacking on this game is the playfield art. I tell you what, when I'm looking at the cabinet myself, the premium. Everybody's raving on the premium. I hate the cabinet art on the premium.
The premium, I'll be honest, is my least favorite.
I can't stand it. Like, so I get the snow feature, but it just does not match up with the right side of that cabinet, which is then the outer space with the destroyer. I can't stand that at all. And then the LE. If you look at the cabinet art in the LE, that's my favorite. I love that.
It's not bad.
Oh my god, it's awesome! Look at that! Look at that! The
I'm
color.
kind of a very petty, like stupid thing to bitch about, but I don't know if I like the different side art on each one. I don't know if I don't like the symmetry. Like it's just it's kind of odd to me. I know you're never going to see them both at the same time or anything else like that, but for some reason I don't know if I really care for there to be different art on each side.
Yeah. I don't know. I like on the LE. I love the side art with Chewie and Hans, and then I think both cabinet sides match really well. The what is it called? The armor. Like it doesn't light up. I wish it would have lit up, but
But the armor on that LE, it does look good.
yeah,
I do like that. And
yeah,
did you see where somebody posted that it's part of the Millennium Falcon or whatever? It's like inside the Millennium.
yeah. I saw that. It doesn't. I'll be right back. Keep talking.
Yeah, I don't think it looks bad. It's just like I literally just turned off the majority by and I don't know. It's grown on me a little bit today, but
It's fine. It's better than nothing. When I buy an LE or a premium with color on the armor, I want it to not be black.
yeah, but it's kind of fitting of this.
Yeah, that's fine, but then charge me less money and just give me the regular rough black. I don't.
Well, it's like we talked about before. Like, man, I hate to say this, but it feels almost like what they did with Batman '66. It feels like that they knew this title was going to sell, and so in some aspects, it feels like that they didn't put a lot of effort into it, but then other aspects, it seems like they did.
Yeah, I don't know. If you're asking me which one art wise that I like the best, I like the LE the best, and then the Pro, and then the Premium. I don't know why I'm so backwards on that one, but that Premium, man, that thing does nothing for me.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not bad. It's not terrible.
No, I mean I happily have one, but no. All right, so the playfield that you were talking about, all the art is similar on all three models, but on the Pro versus the Premium LE, you're losing a lot of playfield things. So that we know that. Let's talk about the matrix here. We know that all models have that little LED screen over the stand-up targets. The three stand-up targets to the right side of the playfield. They all get color changing RGB, the same amount too, I believe. And then they all get 400 HD video scenes from original films, which is just badass.
Yeah, but you said that. Like we talked about that earlier. That's nice, but how often can you look at that damn LCD? Like
all the time.
No, I don't. I can't. Like I'm playing the damn game, and I don't think
play better.
I don't think that the little screen is gonna do everything like the big screen's gonna do. So I don't think that you get all the clips and everything down there. But hell, even if you did, I'm watching my ball. Like it's not as important to me as I guess it is to a lot of other people.
I like that all the models have the RGB. I think that's pretty damn cool.
Well, the screen on all models too, the little LCD in the playfield too. That's a plus.
Yeah.
Or they stripped the shit out of them. So.
That's right. What I noticed on this game, if you're just looking at the layouts, unlike a lot of Pro versus Premium LEs on here, the recent Stern releases, you're not really losing out on a lot of key gameplay features. It doesn't look like you've got the hyperspeed, ramping or wire forms, and you got an extra Millennium Falcon ship. You've got what else is different? You got metal instead of plastic, but you've got a ramp that goes up. You got the exploding Death Star, okay. But
that hyperspeed though, if that comes off nice,
it will.
Boarding Death Star, it's gonna be pretty damn big. And then the metal ramps over plastic. Usually metal ramps over plastic. I prefer metal.
Yeah.
But it's not like a deal breaker or anything for me. But this reminds me a lot of Game of Thrones Pro. Like it feels really naked.
The Pro it does feel a little stripped. I think this game is going to rely heavily on Steve Ritchie stuff. It's gameplay, it's speed, it's flow. I think this game's going to play very, very well, actually.
I think so too. I don't think that it's going to be one of those things like Dialed In where your initial reaction's like, what the is going on? And then you get your hands on it, play it, and you're like, this game is fantastic. I don't think it's going to be that kind of overwhelmingness, but I do think that it's going to play well, and I think that people will warm up to it.
I think honestly, for me, the biggest toy or attraction to this entire title is the music and the video clips. I mean, the hyperdrive accelerator, that's cool. The exploding Death Star, I don't think is cool at all because the Death Star don't open up like an egg in Lost World. It's a cool feature, but are you gonna need to spend an extra $1,500 on a getaway ramp? I don't know.
I could just buy the stuff on Ghostbusters to go from a Pro to a Premium.
Yeah.
So no, not necessarily. And that being said, I'm sure that the metal ramps and everything's going to be smooth, and it's not like that you're having that upper Playfield. But I was telling Zach the other day, I finally got my hands on a Game of Thrones Pro, and I'd only played the LE before. And I actually, people might shoot me over this, I actually prefer the way that the Pro shoots versus that LE. There's something just smoother about it, easier to follow and understand the rule sets for whatever reason. And I'm kind of hoping that that's the way this ends up, in a sense, that it just shoots a little smoother and something else. So that
it is hard to pass up such a cool visual show with that ball flying around the track.
Yeah, I think I think it's gonna be cool, but like, gosh, damn, man, parting with $1,500 more for that, I hate that. Like, I just wish for $1,500 that the separation between the models was a little more. And I'm not talking about stripping down the Pro more. I make the Pro fun, make their good stuff on there, but up some special things about that Premium too.
Yeah.
And then the LE, just like you were talking about the Star Trek LE, that damn thing is beautiful.
That's an LE.
It's an LE. It's a true LE.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to see. Like you said, the ladder rails and different stuff like
that is Stern's best LE, and it will be their best LE ever. They should always, especially on Star Wars, put that much effort and aesthetics into a limited edition. You're not going to find another limited edition like Star Trek. This feels like a pretty premium, the LE.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. I will agree with that.
So what else is on the playfield? We got TIE Fighter, a bash toy with that I think is pretty cool looking.
Yeah, but is it even really a bash? Like, I know it's like sitting on a spring.
Yeah, I'm hoping that there's a coil or something back there that jostles it around.
It just the impact of it jars it on the spring like a freaking bobblehead.
Yeah, the LCD screen on the actual playfield itself looks really cool. Hopefully they can decorate the bezel a little bit. Yeah. This is new that we didn't think was going to happen, but they have 2 pop bumpers and a sling, actually. Instead of 3 pop bumpers, it's 2 pop bumpers and a sling. Go ahead.
I said it's just different. That's nice. Change up the try.
They got the right scoop, like you have on Star Trek as the left scoop. Now the interesting thing, you'll see an insert that says video mode, and they were showing some clips of video modes on the IGN release. Now,
Yeah.
I'm hoping there's more to it, because on the IGN release, it was just a bunch of TIE fighters, and you just press the dang the apron button as much as you can. There was no skill. It didn't look like in it. So we were ranting and raving last month about, if you've got a screen, do some video modes with it. And hopefully this is a step in the right direction.
Yeah, maybe there's a few different video modes. Maybe they kind of listen to some people, and maybe there's a couple different ones that that will randomly activate or something.
The other thing that's missing is magnets. Where in the hell are the magnets at, Greg?
Oh my gosh!
What the hell?
Strip off in all themes. Like, why would you do away with magnets?
I don't know.
I mean, that of all things is calling for the magnets again. Like, that's what I said. Like, I think that they're kind of cheapening out. And let me bring up a good point that me and Zach talked about. There was a chick that I follow on Facebook, and she kind of.
Oh, do you, Greg?
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's a pinball chick.
Okay.
Like, she's real hardcore pinball.
Yeah.
And verbatim, I could probably pull it up what she said, but she was just kind of talking. The collectors kind of got their little panties in a wad about this. And did Stern just simply release a game to make money on route? It's for routers. You put the damn thing in an arcade or a barcade or anything, and that's what this game is for. And I thought that was a very good point, because the Playfield wasn't the most extravagant art and everything else.
Yeah.
Didn't seem like they cared too much about that. So was it one of those things that you just put on route to make money? And you sort of...
Yeah, I mean, I felt like some games, when they come out based on different designers, there'll always be commercial machines with Stern, I believe, and they're always going to be route heavy. That's what their aim is. That's what their aim is. But you'll see some titles tend to throw it a little bit to the collectors on the premium LEs. They'll give them different things to play around with, different strategy.
Which I like that they should. Like
that's right.
Sort of an LE, especially.
That's what they.
It's for home collectors.
That's what they said at all these presentations. The Pro is for arcades, the Premium is for collector, and the Limited Edition is for the high end collectors. But on this title, I feel like it is really geared towards commercial use. Now code could make that all different. We do know that there's 16 freaking modes, man.
Yeah,
16.
As long as they're just not super simple and stupid, it could be a really neat, fun game.
Well,
but back to what we were saying about the routing. I agree with that. I'm the one who told you about that girl's post, and I was like, you know what, that could make a point. But then I started thinking about it more, especially when there was the lack of the magnets.
Yeah.
Look at all the Williams games.
Oh my gosh.
Through the 80s and the 90s.
Yeah.
They were meant to be routed when they came out.
That's right.
And they still had magnets. They still had crazy cool toys. They still had a lot to grab you and pull you in. We were talking about how that cockpit on that LE Premium, how people really thought that there was going to be like something on the translite, looked like you were blasting through space. And you can kind of throw, well, okay, it's going to be a routing game. It doesn't really matter. But then we talk about, like, look at Paragon, Paragon and different stuff. Like, look at some of the things that were just fantastic. I don't know. I kind of thought that, and I agreed with that. It's a game to be routed. It's a game to make money on the route. But then I kind of was just like, man, it's too stripped down for that. I mean,
well, I mean, I just picked up a Williams Indiana Jones, and if you just
all this stuff on
yeah, that thing is loaded down, and that's 25 years ago or so.
Yeah, because that's what brought people in when you came up there. You wanted cool little gimmicks and stuff. That's what made you stick around and play.
Yeah.
Because you want to activate those gimmicks, and there's no real gimmicks besides the warp on here. Now, if that's easily achievable or something, it could hold up pretty good. under a routed circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, is it really going to hold up in the home environment if it's a super easy multi-ball to get?
And speaking of multi-balls, Greg, there are 9 multi-ball modes in this game. 9 of them. That is a lot of multi-ball. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. But then again, that's my only concern about. That's my only the only complaint I have for the Hobbit is it's too many damn multi-balls. So I wonder what that's going to look like.
I mean, I think that there's obviously the initial judgment and the initial impression.
Mm-hmm.
But I think anybody hating this game, anybody raving about this game, I think that it is way too early. Even some gameplay, you got to get your hands on one.
There's just what's intriguing about this game, if you guys look at the pics here, there's so much space that in the back there especially that is just kind of a waste. I hope that they do diverters or something, but like the rollovers and the pops, that's like a quarter of your damn playfield, and you're not really doing anything up there.
No, it doesn't seem like much at all, does it? I mean, it doesn't. I mean, because everything kind of sits close up front. I don't know.
I do like the fork ramp. Have you seen that? Under the Death Star, there's a ramp that comes up under the playfield, and it serves as a ramp to get to the Death Star to lock your balls, as well as a ball lock behind it through the orbit. Like it'll hold a ball behind the ramp as well. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, there could be some things that really surprise us with this game, of the way it plays and the way it flows.
I think here's my synopsis on it. I'm very excited about it. I think there's a lot of cool stuff in the game. I think it will play really well. And I've liked Dwight Sullivan's coding the last couple games on Game of Thrones and Ghostbusters. So I'm super excited about it. What I'm bummed out about is the integration of the theme. So I'm fine with everything if it was a regular old run-of-the-mill theme. This is effing Star Wars. Like, up your game, and if you're coming out with a premium LE, have that thing where you can't even see the playfield. There's so much shit on it. So that's my only complaint. But I'm not going to be one of these haters out here that says, you know, it's bare, it looks like shit, because it doesn't. It looks awesome. The cabinet looks awesome. Translite looks awesome. The ramps look awesome. Everything looks awesome on it. Like, stop fooling yourselves. The damn thing looks really, really nice. It's just more bare than we're used to seeing on games.
Yeah, because like that, but you know, like I said about playing the Game of Thrones Pro, like I actually kind of want one now.
Ugh.
It's the ugliest. It's
Ugh.
the ugliest you've ever seen the playfield. You talk about lack of integration.
Lack of toys. There's nothing.
But I'll tell you what, it shot smooth. Like I enjoyed it. I like the rules of.
You can find smooth shots in System 11, Greg. Save your money.
I don't know.
This is 2017, baby. We need some technology.
I know we need technology, but I like something that's smooth as butter.
Well, Steve Ritchie's known for having that smoothness. So I don't doubt that. What I
think the gameplay is going to surprise people.
Yeah, and this is another pet peeve of mine. I'm being a little punk ass today, aren't I? Steve Ritchie came out publicly and said some nasty stuff about Pinside and about the people on Pinside, and I just don't know why this big company continues to screw up every marketing and PR opportunity that they have. I think Steve Ritchie's probably a cool guy, probably a kick-ass, blunt, straight to the fact thing, but don't rip the people. Like, if he called Pinside a disease, like,
and some would agree, just because they're so.
You can't. How are you going to agree on that? That's the.
No.
That is stereotyping like no other. Like, I'm on Pinside. Am I a disease?
Yeah, you've got diseases.
No, but being serious here,
No, I'm not. I'm not saying that. I'm not agreeing.
I think frankly, I think it's quite bullshit, and an apology needs to be served because the people that are passionate about his effing product are the people on Pin side. Like,
Yeah.
don't bite the hand that buys your product. Don't be a fucking asshole. That's
No,
just me.
I 100% agree with that. No, and I do agree with that. I'm just saying, you know, the arguments of Pin side, how you get trolls.
There's assholes on there.
There are, but he's calling basically everybody on his side. He's kind of grouping everybody as a whole, and it's not. It's passionate enthusiasts, and you are literally alienating your core market. I mean, you can't do that. The market is not real large, and I would say 80 to 90% of the market, if not more, is on Pin side, and real hardcore enthusiast who's going to go drop $8,000, $9,000 on a game.
I mean, I think for arcades, I think probably 80%, 70% probably of sales go to commercial operations. The hobby scene is very, very small. But those are the people who really love you as a designer, and those are the people who really appreciate what you've done for a game. Take the criticism, bite your fucking tongue, and don't throw people under the bus like that. Like that doesn't, Greg. That does, but
Routers are concerned with making their money, but I think that the majority of people who route, it's the way people talk. It's obviously not a money thing. So I think that they're as passionate as a home collector about what they put on route. Now, is that going to keep them from buying this game to make money on it? Probably not. But I think that it upsets them and would piss them off on the way the game looks.
I don't know.
Out Pin side, you know, and a designer and got shitty. I think a lot of the routers are as passionate as a lot of, you know.
Yeah, I get that too. It's very upsetting because now, for me to buy this game, because I'd like to own this game at some point, but for me to buy it, I feel dirty buying it because I know the person who helped develop it doesn't really appreciate me or my enthusiasm for the products that Stern sells.
I don't know if it's a lack of appreciation. It's just one of those.
He called him a disease, Greg.
It's where people get their feelings hurt, and
I did.
Criticism.
I just think it's a dick move, and if I'm offering
right now, I'm not. I mean, I guess maybe it sounds like I'm trying to take up for him, but you know, I'm definitely not. It's just, you know how people are, like when they're met with criticism on something that they've worked hard on, they get butthurt about it, and they just can't. They don't really want to accept that, so then they lash out themselves instead of trying to prove somebody wrong and allowing the game to come out and be what it is. So,
hey, here's a good point. I'm not picking sides or anything because I love Stern machines. I question the personalities now there, but do you see Jack Marini coming out and saying that Pinside is disease?
No.
No.
And like when we did that dialed-in review, Jack treated us like he knew us for the last 10 years.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm not even going to question if he was genuine or not, but that's what you do in business. I don't know. I'll get off the point because what?
It's publicity. It's marketing. You don't alienate the people that, like you said, that feed you. You know, you're not rude to fans. You're not rude to people buying your product. It's just you just don't do it. It's senseless.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to the John Williams music. The video that you guys will see if you guys go to the IGN thread wasn't. It just had some horrible music, but I'm super looking forward to this game, Greg. I don't know. It doesn't have enough right now that it's like, oh my god, I have to go out and buy it. But once I see gameplay and stuff,
you give it time.
Yeah.
You're like, Greg, oh man, I've just been thinking about it. I really think I'm gonna go buy me one of those Star Wars.
Yeah. What would you buy right now? Not money aside, you tight ass. What would you go pro, premium, or LA? What do you think viewers should aim for?
For my money, I'd go with LE, obviously.
Why over the premium though? Why over the premium?
I just like I don't like the look of that premium really.
I'm with you, man.
Honestly, like I kind of like the rails and the armor and stuff on that. I know it's kind of minuscule, and again, you have to justify that price jump. But if I ain't having to pay for it, it's money's no object with it. I'm going with that sweet ass armor.
Yeah, I think that I would go with the LE as well. I would strip every black powder coat off of the entire machine, and I'd probably take it to a powder coater, and I would change it all like a very like a metal, like the Millennium Falcon, the metal on there. That would look really cool. And then I'd take that damn white T molding off because that matches nothing on the game. So I'd go with the LE. I might end up liking the Pro a lot, depending on what that hyper speed ramp looks like or hyperdrive accelerator. The premium's just kind of, I don't. I, everybody makes a great point about the premium. Like, why are you spending an extra $1,500 for a different translite, armor, and essentially that's it. And I get that, but I just like the art better on the LE. I really, really like the LE cabinet art. I just think it's freaking top notch.
If money was an object, obviously, I would really have to put some serious consideration between the pro and the premium, because so many people with Walking Dead, between pro and premium, people dog the shit out of the pro. Man, I played it. I actually kind of like the pro on
Yeah.
Walking Dead. I don't necessarily know if I fully like it just because over the premium. That premium, the shaky ramp, but somebody said there was a fix for that.
Yeah.
So most likely, I would maybe end up buying that premium.
We'll have to see. There's a guy by the name of Tim Balls. I love that name. Tim Balls. I reached out to him today. He's actually going to get a hold of it tomorrow. They're supposed to have it in London as gameplay. Him and his buddy is, I think Crazy Levi might be streaming it. They're going to record it and then talk about it. So check out their podcast that talks about Star Wars gameplay. And then, of course, we'll watch one of our favorite people, Jack Danger, stream it at some point at the Stern Factory. So that'd be badass as well. I'm looking really forward to it.
Dude, like, I am so looking forward to him getting in
there. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. So anything else you want to add to this, Greg? Our first impressions on Star Wars?
I mean, it's so vague, and there's still just not a lot without gameplay to really be able to form any kind of conclusion. But like you said, his first impressions, I think the Playfield's kind of ugly as shit and does look cheap, kind of like a Sega. But hey, I'm a Sega-loving man. So, I'm not going to hate on that.
I can't wait. I can't wait to review this thing. I'm looking forward to reviewing it.
Okay.
You think that if anybody's watching from Stern, invite us out. We would love to come and review this thing right there at the factory. We'll be as honest as we can and really be happy about the cool things. And we'll be pretty transparent about the things we don't like. But if you guys are up for it, let us come to the factory and review this thing. What do you think, Greg? Would you go?
Well, hell yeah, because I want to be proven wrong on it. I'm not that I'm really dogged and said, oh, it's a terrible game. But I just want to put my mind to rest, and I'd like to put viewers' minds to rest on our thoughts on gameplay.
I'm digging this thing, man. I don't know. I don't want to listen to everybody else and all of the hate. Like, it's Star Wars, it's Pinball, it's Steve Ritchie. He's kind of sour in my heart right now. Man, it's Dwight Sullivan. How can it be? What?
Sour in your heart right now?
Yeah.
Poor Gomez. I mean, you're just hating on everybody.
What? No. Gomez is a playful. Like, his ramps and his designs. That's a playful thing. The Steve Ritchie thing is like, come on, asshole. Like, just stop. Don't do that. All right, man. Let's call this a video, and then we'll throw it up and see what. If you guys, what do you guys think about Star Wars? We're kind of opposite of what everybody else is saying on Pinside, but do you guys agree with us? Disagree? Why? Why not? You guys are wrong on that premium artwork, though. That the freaking one side's white and the other side's black. It just looks like shit. All right.
And my main question is okay. Throw us your opinion and tell us what your initial impression is. But also add in there of how likely you think it is that it's going to change with gameplay. What's your speculation on gameplay? Because that's what I'm curious about. And I know people hate speculation, but what's the fun of pinball without speculation?
Yeah. Of course, that's why we're doing this damn impromptu FaceTime video.
Yeah. Well, that we were supposed to meet up and film, but Zach's a good dad and had to go to
cheer competition.
The cheer competition tonight for his daughter.
Oh man, pumped.
messed up our filming, and we had to get it out there, man. We were just like, it's too much to pass up, so that's why we did the FaceTime thing here. So hopefully you don't hate us too bad for it, viewers, and
That's
you guys
right.
will enjoy.
And then again, let's see if Stern can reach out and let us come to that factory and check out this game. You think that's going to happen?
You know, we are. We're rising on the radar.
No, we're not. No, we're not, Greg. I'll see you later, buddy. See ya.
See ya.
Bye.